Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel, the luckystars community. Cat Star here with your November 2024 monthly reading. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't for those of you liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also want to give a huge shout out to all of the new and returning viewers and subscribers and to the channel members. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. All right, we're just going to go ahead and jump in. We're going to see what is needing to come through. Ooh, interesting. What else needs to come through here for Aquarius for November? Okay. Let's see, let's get a few more. What else? What else needs to come through? We're also going to get a Zoltar fortune card at the end to see what you could focus on, what your fortune might be, what lucky numbers might be for you in the month of November. Let's see, what else? Okay. Two more, Spirit. Ooh. All right, one more. Wow, I hope October has been amazing for you and that you are ready for the holiday season. I think we're going to do some traveling. We did some traveling in October, and I think we're going to do some traveling in November around Thanksgiving, so I'm excited about that. All right, let's jump in. The current energy going into November is the Lover. So some of you have a decision to make, okay? The Lover's card used to be called kind of the decision or the choices card. So some of you might have a decision or a choice to make here moving into November. There may be a big change or something that comes up that requires your full and immediate attention, okay? In November, there's going to be a lot of, for some of you, a lot of distraction, okay? You've got... You see this image here? It's like there's going to be a lot of distraction in November, potentially tests, potentially temptations that are going to be coming through. This is the current energy moving into November. So for some of you, there's going to be decisions. There's going to be choices that need to be made with the Lover's card. For others of you, there's an alignment. There's partnership. There is a potential for a relationship, a new relationship, or a renewed relationship moving into November. So however that resonates for you is right, okay? But there will be some temptations, there will be some distraction for, it feels like for all of us, okay? Moving or going into, this is a current energy going into November, so be ready for it. This temptations or these distractions potentially are energies that don't feel like they can be ignored, like the message, what are the distraction, the temptation, it's almost as if you can't ignore it, okay? So be ready for that, but it is bringing about this energy. For some of you, there's a duality coming in, seeing both sides of a coin, if you will, but it is coming through to offer some alignment and connection, okay, in one way or another. So there is a reason for it, but it can't be ignored. Be aware of this, okay? All right. This is, you've got the Eight of Wands for what is coming in. This is what your current energy is going into. But what is coming in November is the Eight of Wands. Now, I didn't tell you this is a succubus, okay, the Lovers. And this is a Hydra. Interesting. So the snake, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A snake with 9 heads. And then if you can see right down here, there is somebody that is there attempting to slay this, okay? So very interesting energy for what is coming in here in November. That Eight of Wands energy, there's rapid change. We did talk about that, right? There's rapid change that's going to be coming in. It's going to be exciting, but there's quick decisions, right? Decisions, choices that are going to need to be made for the progress, for this sudden change. Again, this does have to do with the distractions and the temptations, potential tests, okay? Depending on the choices, the decisions that you make, where you're aligning specifically, because it will be different for each of us as individuals, there is going to be rapid change, and there's going to be feelings of excitement and taking action, progress, right? But there is quick decisions that are going to be made. But coming into this, it's as if you are slaying certain dragons, okay? Certain things, potentially those tests, those temptations, right? That destructive kind of energy is really showing you how to align and your true path, slaying those dragons, or understanding, seeing, having breakthroughs about people, situations, habits, kind of beliefs that are no longer benefiting you. This is what's coming in, so that you can slay those proverbial, right, or metaphorical dragons, and have that sudden change, that sudden success, that excitement, that rapid movement in the direction you have been moving towards. This is what's coming in November, okay? Now, something for you to focus on in November, Aquarius, you have the Nine of Cups coming in. This is a Kraken. Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting? So for the month of November, really focus on that energy of feeling satisfied, feeling that satisfaction, feeling that abundance, feeling that overflow kind of energy, feeling that stability, okay? Even sometimes when you're not feeling that, okay, let there be that feeling of pleasure, of contentment, and move towards that energy of that. What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel pleasure? What makes you feel content? Where can you lean into that? Okay, that's what you need to focus on in November. This Nine of Cups energy, like everything happening and everything's coming true, and all of your wishes are coming in, right? It's as if everything is falling into place. And or even if it doesn't really seem that way in your current reality, Spirit wants you to really focus on November, that gratitude, right? That is Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? Focus on that in November, and you're going to see wishes come true and wishes being fulfilled. There is going to be that energy of feeling, right? But that recognition needs to come through on your half, or on your part, for that to really be felt, is what Spirit's saying. So really focus on that in November, okay? That's going to be very important, okay? What to look out for? You got the Page of Wands, a necromancer. No. Okay, the necromancer coming through here. So this is what to watch out for, that Page of Wands energy. Now, page energy is young energy, can be considered immature energy, okay? But there is this energy of somebody who is almost too much of a wanderer, okay? Somebody who kind of is trying to bring something. Now, we talked about that, potentially somebody from the past coming back, or a reconnection. For some of you, this is what you need to watch out for, that necromancer kind of energy, somebody trying to bring something back, okay? They're kind of a wanderer. They're always looking for adventure, but for this specific reading, it feels very much like they're looking in the wrong places. So you need to watch out for this potential. It feels very much like a potential immature energy, okay? Watch out for that, because it's going to, or has a there's just that edge to them, or to the situation, or to the energy, that doesn't feel, it feels like it's cutting, okay? It feels like that I don't know why, but I'm seeing like the edge of a can that you cut with a can opener, that's very sharp, and you be aware of it, okay? So that is what you need to focus on. Excuse me, that was what you need to look out for, is that energy of that young, naive kind of almost energy, or that immature energy, that wanderer energy, that energy that's kind of almost coming back, okay? There is a feeling of excitement, but it is sharp, Okay, that's what Spirit wants you to know. So look out for that in November, because it feels very much like it's kind of electrifying and it's exciting and stuff, but it's kind of, I don't know, beating at a, a, a yeah, a dead horse, if that makes sense. Hopefully that doesn't get me demonetized, but it's like it's already, you've been there, done that, so watch out for that. Okay, what you are meant to learn in November, you've got the Three of Swords coming through here. Okay, so you're meant to learn from your experiences, from the potential heartache, from the potential heartbreak, from that energy of feeling as if things have gone sideways or you've had suffering. That is all meant to assist you in learning and growing. They're experiences. They're not life sentences. You're not meant to stay there. You're meant to learn from that, okay? So that Three of Swords, that alien energy, something that feels foreign, doesn't feel quite right. Look into that. See what it has for you, what the lesson is in it, okay? Where is that foreign kind of energy feeling, or that alien energy feeling? Where are you feeling it in your body? What is it telling you? What emotion is behind it? And what can you learn from it and allow for it to be released, right? That is why we have signs and symptoms that continue to show up, or the same people with different faces, or the same events, or right, the same situations, or similar, right? They keep showing up as a pattern, and we have that potential to learn from it and let it go instead of continuing it. But we need that grief, we need those experiences, that potential heartbreak, to allow us to rise up, okay? To allow us to grow, to allow us to see things, a new perspective, have new kind of understandings with regards to that, so we can take those experiences, those learnings, and become more aligned with who we are meant to be and our mission here on the earth, right? The reason that we are here in human form, right? Even in that, when it feels alien towards us or to us, is for us to have those experiences. A lot of times we would want to not have the challenges or the struggles or the feelings of suffering or the heartbreak or the grief, or right. But at the same time, if we didn't, how boring would our life be? How would we ever learn or grow, or have that ability to be able to have discernment for what we do or don't want, if we didn't ever have that. Okay, so that is what you are meant to learn. That Three of Swords energy is meant to uplift you, and not to keep you down. It's not a life sentence, okay? That it's not meant to be that. But those alien feelings, those alien kind of emotions, or whatever, and they may not be, but if they don't feel very good, there's something in it for you. There's something to learn from it, okay? And your advice or guidance for November, you have the Four of Cups. Interesting that this is coming through here, okay? The Four of Cups coming through in your advice or guidance. This is this energy of really taking life and kind of putting the pedal to the metal, right? Living it to its fullest, not being or allowing ourselves to stay in the state of kind of disconnection or apathy, right? It's okay to be there for a minute, but not for a long time, right? Because we can feel like we are stuck or lost, stuck on like that stone, right? With a ghoul here. It's like we feel trapped, and Spirit's advice or guidance for you is, when you're that contemplation, when you're contemplating, what is that first kind of answer? Is it A or B? And when automatically that A or B comes up, you're like, oh, okay, this is it. There's that energy of feeling bored as well. And Spirit's indicating, Aquarius, it's okay to have moments of boredom. Okay, a lot of times we fear that. Allow yourself to kind of sink into moments of boredom and really check in with yourself in those moments, without kind of disconnected from electronics, disconnected from other people, just you, yourself, and you, right? Me, myself, and I kind of energy, and really connect with yourself. Allow yourself to be just still and silent and see what messages or information downloads potentially come through for you in the month of November, because they will be pretty amazing is what Spirit's putting through here. But also you're getting information that is coming through even within this reading that can't be ignored, messages or feelings or downloads that really you need to pay attention to here in the month of November and moving forward. But this boredom or this energy of that Four of Cups where you're just like, is the right energy for you to be in, for you to just sit by yourself in silence and contemplate. Allow for the messages, the information to kind of come through, for you to have the downloads, the knowings, the breakthroughs that are meant to come through. It's that energy of can't be ignored coming through again here, Aquarius, that you really get to pay attention to. Okay, feeling disconnected though, we Spirit wants you to know, as the guidance or advice here within that Four of Cups, within that feeling of disconnected at Aquarius, to look at where that's coming through, because you may be creating that energy yourself. Okay, that's what we're going to close that with. You may be creating that yourself here in November. So really notice and pay attention to where those feelings, where that energy is coming from, and understand if that is something that you are creating of your own, not on purpose, but what is the reasoning or what could be learned from it? What is the message behind that for those of you that resonates for? Okay, let's go ahead and get one of those altar cards, get a fortune to close this reading off for the month of November. Now, we had a couple turn out, but we are just going to take the one that fell. And you have the Jack of Hearts. It says you may be riding the winds of change. Yes, yeah. Choices, quick decisions, right? We talked about that. That creates change. Things may at times seem to be out of touch. Okay, disconnected. We talked about that. Soon they will come down to a better order, right? Alignment. Everything falling into place. We've talked about all of this. Isn't this beautiful? As the blessings of health and fortune have a beginning, so they must also find an end. Everything rises but to fall. Okay, we talked about duality. To make sense of all of this, you will find the answer is to be found in how well you relate to people. Looking at the big picture will help shape your long-range plans. If things are not always smooth, remember that he who could foresee affairs but 3 days in advance would be rich for thousands of years. Isn't that interesting? What a beautiful fortune. Altar message coming through here. You've got played again your lucky numbers 14, 17, 30, 34, 19, and 47. Now, I find it interesting how within this, sometimes we have the 14, the 17, and then we go to the 30, the 34, and then back to a 19 and a 47, almost as if a pattern is being broken, which we talked about the pattern, right, with the Three of Swords energy in what's meant to learn. It's almost as if a pattern is being broken, and it feels very much as if that is what can't be ignored as well here in November. This energy of you making these choices or decisions and getting into alignment, the pieces falling into place, wishes coming true, and patterns or loops that have been potentially are being broken. So that's beautiful energy coming through for you here in November, Aquarius. I'm going to go ahead and leave it right there. I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button right down below and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.